What we need to have is a Deep Space Nine themed cafe, like Quark's Bar.
Quark's Bar, yeah.
Every now and then, like the Kardashians would walk in, and then the Bajorans would be there, and like some shit would happen, and you're like, in your
Kim
coffee.
Kardashian walks in every once in a while.
Kim, that joke has been made so many times, but it still never gets old.
You know who does get old? Kim Kardashian, because she's mortal.
She's mortal.
And someday, we're not gonna have her anymore.
Oh God.
Why are we doing this again? We're only on our second coffee. I don't think I like pumpkin spice lattes anymore. Let's kick things off with the classic pumpkin spice latte to remind us where we all came from. The primordial ooze that is Starbucks' pumpkin spice latte.
This is just coffee.
No, it isn't.
Have I drank so much of them in the past that my brain's is like...
Yeah,
like,
you've just become so desensitized to
yeah.
it. It's kind of got like a, it's almost like a toffee kind of taste.
I can only taste coffee.
Listen, stop it.
I'm not kidding. I don't taste any of like the spices that, like, of last time.
I mean, Starbucks is notorious for kind of tinkering with their recipe every year. I don't know, maybe they dial back the spices this year. Maybe it's not as...
I don't really taste... There's like clove in it too, isn't there? I can't taste that.
Okay, well, we should come up with a rubric for how we're going to judge these, okay? I think for the most part, we're going to be getting to-go drinks, so I think presentation probably can't be one of them. I guess the sweetness balance again. The spice level, maybe? This year, I do want to think about how spooky the drink is, okay?
Oh, I mean, that could be, like, that's something you'd see, like, in a sleep paralysis episode.
Yeah.
Like hovering over your bed.
Yeah, I think the thing about pumpkin spice that scares me the most is what a pumpkin had to go through. I mean, that was pretty terrifying, so I don't know if I would count that. Alright, let's move on. Whoa.
Ooh, a little bit more bitter. I can taste a little bit more earth in this one, and I can definitely taste cloves now.
The milk tastes really strange. Like, it doesn't taste like regular milk.
2%, that's what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
But that being said, maybe I just haven't had regular milk in so long that, like, regular milk tastes strange to me now.
I don't know if it's my brain not processing it, because to me, these just taste like normal coffees. They're not as strong as they were last year.
Maybe it's just 2020 has taken a toll on pumpkin spice.
Yeah, like, they just can't, like, have it anymore. They just give us regular coffee and let a placebo effect do it for us.
That's true. That's been going on this whole year.
This is just water.
He just handed us a cup of Budweiser.
Yeah. Now I gotta wear a muscle shirt and sit out on my front porch with a lawn chair all day.
I think personally it skews a little bit more sweet. That's just me.
It's like black coffee to me almost. I can't really taste anything else than that.
The spice level, again, I think the spice is pretty low. I'm not really... I'm getting like the slightest hint of cinnamon. I wasn't at all scared when I was in there. I think it was actually a pretty nice cafe, so...
Yeah, it was very cozy.
I don't think it's spooky at all. So this is number 3. Okay.
How long have you been doing this?
It's been years. We just came out of the board game.
What year is it?
I can definitely taste pumpkin spice in this one.
This tastes like what I remember Starbucks' pumpkin spice being.
That nutmeg's a little strong, but I can actually taste it. It goes good with the chocolate.
It's definitely on the sweeter side, but I think that balances out pretty well with the nutmeg. This is the first one that we've tasted that actually really tastes like pumpkin spice, which is surprising considering we started with Starbucks. It's got a really good sweetness to spice balance. And is it spooky? I mean, it's called Deville coffee. It could be Deville coffee. It could be evil coffee. just saying, this is probably the spookiest one we've had so far.
If these two like somehow weren't on my copy.
Evili, that's the Italian word for evil.
VI 6.
This kind of like restored my faith in pumpkin spice.
Is there actual pumpkin in this one?
It kind of tastes like there might be, right?
I think there is.
It did say that this is called a pumpkin pie latte, not a pumpkin spice latte. It's definitely on the sweeter side. It's not nearly as spicy as like Deville was.
But I mean, like, there's a definite flavor to this. It's distinct.
This is probably the one more than any other where I can still taste the espresso coming through. Especially in the aftertaste, I'm still getting like that bitter tinge of coffee. It's definitely one of the better ones we've had so far. A little bit more on the sweeter side. So if that's what you're going for, this would be the thing for you. Was it spooky?
No, it was actually calming.
Yeah.
It was refreshing.
It was too calming, too refreshing, not spooky at all. I'm immediately hit by how spicy it is. Like, it's got a lot of spices up top.
I like it. Personally, I can taste quite a bit of cinnamon in this, and you know what? The sugar with the spices all here, I actually really enjoy it. It's not too overpowering for me, but...
You know, everyone is so into cinnamon because it smells great and whatnot, but if you put too much in, it's just going to taste bitter. You know, like, if you look at the top of it, it's just, like, completely coated in cinnamon and a whole bunch of other spices, and that's the first thing that I taste when I sip it, is just a heavy hit of, like, really bitter spices. The actual latte is pretty sweet.
It's very sweet for me.
As for whether it was spooky, it was pretty crowded in there, and during these social distance times, I guess that's probably the spookiest thing.
I think most people were wearing a mask, though.
Of course, you should all wear masks. It's the law. I've had so many of them at this point that, like, my perception of pumpkin spice is transcending space and time. Like, to me, a pumpkin spice latte isn't just a drink anymore.
You could say it's transcending spice and time.
Shut the fuck up. This has a similar taste to the Starbucks. It's got a very, like, pleasant, caramely kind of feel to it. What is that sound?
It's dripping onto my lower tongue, so I had my lower lip. I only have one tongue. I can taste the individual atoms that make up coffee.
Okay. I think as far as sweetness goes, it leans a little bit more on the sweeter side of things. You know that aftertaste of having something really sweet? It, like, kind of gums up your mouth a bit. That's kind of what I'm getting. That might just be because I've had so many of them. Was it spooky? No. Was it spooky for you?
No.
Did you see anything?
I mean, it didn't grow like tentacles and speak to me in a foreign language, so...
You can take your kids there.
Yeah. There's like a film over my tongue now.
That's what I'm saying. It's that sweetness. It's that feeling where it's like, oh god, I gotta brush my teeth.
It's like eating oil and then having that oil linger.
Alright, that is something I have not done.
I mean, I ate oil, but...
What do you mean you're eating oil?
Like cooking
like
oil.
Crude oil?
Yeah, crude oil. Like, you know, when canola oil or Pam.
You sprayed your mouth with Pam?
When I was a kid.
You upset me. Really bitter. I can definitely taste that, like, burny coffee taste that you get with a lot of dark roasts.
This is like if you go camping and make a pot of coffee when you're out in the mountains.
Sure. Yeah, it's really hefty. I'm not getting a lot of spices coming through. Maybe a little bit of cinnamon now that I'm, like, letting it sit in my throat there. I think my entire body is shaking. Is the ground moving?
Sure.
Okay. It's definitely on the more bitter side of the sweetness ratio. I think the spices aren't super present. Is it spooky? Well, I mean, take a look at this mural behind us. This is like something that should be at the Denver International Airport. So that's pretty spooky for me.
I like it.
Had a calzone palate cleanser because
Which
we're
was-
starting to die.
Which was amazing, by the way.
We are at Velvet Cafe, and this is the last pumpkin spice latte of the day. This is number 8.
Cheers. Ooh, that's nice and smooth.
Ooh! It's surprising. It actually hits a really good balance. I was expecting it to be super sweet when I saw all that caramel going in on top.
Wow.
I can taste the pumpkin. Similar to what Monogram did last year, this has a really nice feel of almost like a baked good. It's not too heavy on the spice. I think what I'm getting more is pumpkin rather than the actual pumpkin spice. Now that I say that, I do get a little bit of cinnamon, which I feel is the thing that I always come back to. It's always cinnamon, isn't it? You know, a lot of sweet drinks will come off as a little bit too strong and a little bit indulgent. This doesn't feel overly indulgent. This feels like a regular coffee that you could have, you know, and not feel terrible about drinking it. Was it spooky? No, but it's a damn good pumpkin spice latte. I hope this is the right place.
It is.
You've been here before?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Did you put that sign up just for us? Velvet Cafe was going to be our last one, but then Ashton invited us over to try a pumpkin spice latte that he made by himself.
By the way, this is Ashton's house. He doesn't actually have like a place called Ashton, so don't come here wanting a pumpkin spice latte.
I mean, you could. Just come knock on his door, see what he says.
That was just 1 tablespoon of sugar. Make sure that's sugar, not like nope. That's straight cocaine. 3 tablespoons of pumpkin pie filling.
Ooh, this is full of flavor.
Yeah, it's full of flavor for sure.
Just gargled my pumpkin spice latte because like it wasn't necessarily my best beans because we're running low at this particular moment. I normally go for a Monogram or Rosso coffee and stuff like that.
Monogram had the best pumpkin spice latte last year.
Did they? Yeah.
The pumpkin spice part is good.
And it's a pretty easy thing to make. It's not overly sweet, but you still get that coffee flavor, like the good coffee flavor that you kind of want.
For a non-restaurant or cafe specialty coffee, this was really good. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad that my $500 espresso machine makes something that's worthwhile.
Perfect. So everyone can just come to your house and ask for.
Sure,
for
it's a little
pumpkin spice?
time consuming, as you can see, making individual stuff, but it's but yeah,
And
absolutely.
here's his
Well,
address.
We'll put it in
Gonna
down below.
dox you. We've had 9 pumpkin spice lattes over the course of, I think, less than 6 hours. Like, this was somehow faster than last year. We're getting really good at putting these away. Yeah, which one was your favorite?
Well, Ashton's was pretty good, but
Ashton's is out of the competition. We can't
I know.
We
So
can't have any personal bias.
it just loses to Velvet. That coffee was amazing. That was like one of the best specialty coffees I've ever had.
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Neighbour coffee for me. It was probably the one that sticks out to me the most. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, until next time.
Drink
stay
coffee.
Stay safe, everyone. Please.
$1 Million Baby in D-Box. The whole movie, there nothing happens, and all of a sudden the chairs just go violently like that and break your neck.
It's the ultimate debug experience.
Yeah.